everyone, my name is Max, and today I'm here with my booktube wrap-up. So I was not able to participate in my Booktube-a-thon wrap-up. So I wasn't able to participate in Booktube-a-thon during Booktube-a-thon, so I had a pretty free week, so I decided in August, to do it this week. Now, I am going to kind of rush through this because I have a wedding to go to tonight, and I didn't realize, but it's at 4, and it is like 3:15 p.m. So I am going to do this really fast. I'm also leaving for college tomorrow, so I won't have any other time to do this. So without further ado, let's just get into it. The first book I read was Read a Book with the Person on the Cover, and I chose Roar by Cora Carmack. This book really surprised me. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. This is about a girl who's a princess who is supposed to rule her kingdom, but this kingdom, the rulers have to have storm magic to be able to control storms, and she doesn't have that magic. But to keep that a secret, she and her mom pair her with a prince who is very strong with storm magic. And one night she follows him to a black market and finds out you can capture and sell storm magic, and if you consume that, you get that storm magic. She ends up meeting storm hunters, and she goes with them on a huge adventure to get storm magic. It was really surprising. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did, but the writing was great. The story was super unique, and the magic system was really unique. I thought she did a great job at fleshing out the magic system, and the world building was great. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was read a book about a character who's very different from you, and I chose The Prince's Gambit by C.S. Packet. This is it is set in like kind of ancient Greek times, so different. It is about a prince named Damianos whose illegitimate brother takes the throne from him and sells him as a slave to their warring country. He is put into the servitude of the crown prince Laurent there, and he has to pretend he's not who he really is. And he goes by the name Damon. So 3 things that makes him different from me: 1, ancient Greek times; 2, he's a guy; and 3, the 2 main characters are bi and gay. I consider myself straight, and I loved this book. I read the first one last year, and I absolutely loved it. I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars. Then the next book was The King's Rising by C.S. Packet, and I read this in a day. I'm not going to go into what this one is about because it is the 3rd in the trilogy, but it was fantastic. It was a fantastic wrap-up. I also gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. And the next book I picked up was Read a Book Because of the Cover, or Buy a Book Because of the Cover, and I chose Black Moon by Romina Russell. Technically, this is the 3rd book in a series, so I didn't buy this one specifically because of the cover, but I did buy the first one because of the cover, and I really enjoy this series. There's only, I think, 1 more to go, and I want to read it so badly. But this is a series about a universe where the 12 different zodiac signs are planets. And our main character's name is Ro, and she lives on the Cancer planet. And then she sees a sign in the stars that the 13th sign is rising. And she becomes the queen. I can't remember what their term is, but it's pretty much like the ruler of Cancer. And she tries to fight this 13th sign. I really like them. There's pretty controversial opinions about this book. Some people don't like it, some people like it. I really enjoy it. I even like the love triangle. I don't usually like love triangles, but I'm okay with whoever she ends up with, so I think that's why I like the love triangle, but it's great. I gave it a 4.25 out of 5 stars. And then for Read a Book Completely Outdoors, or Finish a Book Outdoors, something like that, I read The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making, because I read 99% of it outside. I read the first 30 pages inside, so I'm not going to count that. But it's about a girl named September who is taken to this other world, and she has to defeat the queen. This book was a mix of Wonderland, Neverland, Oz, and Narnia. It was really good. It's by Catherine M. Valente, where her writing is very unique, and I don't really know how to describe it, but you've got to like her writing to like her books. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great middle grade novel. I thought it was fantastic. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read And then I picked up Read a Hyped Book. I was going to do Nevernight for this, but I started reading it and it just took me so long to read that I decided to put that on the back burner for now. And I chose Untamed by A.G. Howard. Even though this book technically isn't hyped, the series that it is this is a compilation of novellas, but the trilogy that it is based off of is a very hyped, and that is the Splintered trilogy. I have read it. I loved it. The problem was that I am reading this like 2 years after I finished Ensnared, and I read Splintered when Unhinged had just came out. So it's been a while. I have to remind myself of some of the stuff, but if you don't know, this is an Alice in Wonderland retelling about a girl named Alyssa who is the descendant of the original Alice, and she is taken to Wonderland to kill the Red Queen or stop the Red Queen or whatever. It was really good. I loved the trilogy. I enjoyed this. It was okay. I gave it about a 4 out of 5 stars. And then for Read 7 Books, I chose The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. I finished this, and as per usual, I enjoyed it. I'm not going to go into synopsis because I give them all the time. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!